Good evening, everyone. Or good morning, I guess, because it's after 12 o'clock, midnight. I'm kind of upset and annoyed at the same time. I accidentally deleted two videos. One of them being a topic video that I recorded yesterday or the day before yesterday at the library, and I was gonna bring it to y'all today. And I accidentally deleted my second gameplay video that I did yesterday. But there's still one, and that was the actual first one that I did of the day yesterday. So that one will be up pretty soon. I'm actually working on editing it, and for some reason, editing it with iMovie gives it more, I guess, puts more space on it, like more gigabyte on it. So there's that. And now I gotta go out and spend more money on buying space. Now I'm seeing how content creators are, because this, like I literally made two gaming videos, both of them being over an hour, close to 2 hours, and one of them got deleted. So unless somebody can tell me in the comments, the only thing I know I gotta do now is I gotta start all over. Not start all over with making game content, but like start all over with the game and make a video where I left off at with the second video I made the other day, which was gonna be part 7. But yeah, there's that. And my video that I was gonna give y'all today was, the topic for this video was about, karma. And as you can see, the title of the video, karma, is it fact or is it fiction? And I decided to make this video because, as I said before, I want to give y'all a taste of my life and what I've experienced. And karma is something I actually experienced and witnessed other people experience as well. I forgot the actual name of it, but my cousin told me what it's really called in the Bible. And it's something along the lines of, you reap what you sow. It's the saying, what goes around comes around. So that's what I want to bring to y'all in this episode. And it's to do with one of my past relationships, something I brought to y'all in one of the previous episodes. And I said I was going to talk about that in a different episode. So this is that episode. And it's basically just me in the relationship I was in. I was in a relationship with someone who I, at the time, thought I was in love with that person. I thought I loved that person. And we still talk to this day. I mean, we don't see each other, or we don't like think of each other in that way anymore, but she's a good friend of mine. And at the time, it was like, it was just wrong place, wrong time. Right place, wrong time, I guess. Because it was just one full year of just going back and forth. And I remember it was like every time we would get back together, it was like never ending arguments for no reason. And this was a long distance relationship. So the arguments was through text messaging and, talking on the phone. I don't want to get too deep into it, too personal into it, but, I don't want to sugarcoat anything. I want to be real with y'all. So yeah, there was that. And for that whole year, it was just that. Even when we broke up per se, it was like we would still be talking to each other. And it was like we would still be talking to each other in a way like we were still talking, like we were still in a relationship. And, this was that relation. This was a relationship I was in, and I was mentally, physically, and emotionally involved. Like, it was to the point where I was going against my friends, even family. There were times when I would get upset with my mother when she would say things to me. And I remember vividly that one moment where I broke down over that person in front of my mother. And it was because my mother said things that I didn't want to believe. But after all was said and done, it all was true. She told me things like, I have to watch out because, she would say things to me. And like I said, I don't want to get too deep into it, but the things that she told me that day or that night that made me break down is exactly what the girl I was talking to at the time was doing, because she finally told me the truth. And everything my mother said at that time, she also said. So when she finally told me, I was really upset. I was so upset. Like, I could not believe it. But at that time, we were not in a relationship. So I ended up just leaving her alone. Like, I didn't say nothing to her. I just left her alone. And then, she would text me asking me, are we still talking? Or, does this mean you don't want to talk to me anymore? And I would still just ignore until she realized that I wasn't going to talk to her anymore. So she stopped texting me. And instead of letting myself heal from the pain I suffered at that time, the pain I went through, I moved on. I was happy with someone, another long distance relationship. But this person, at the time, I felt was different. And I say that because I actually saved up money to see this person. But what ended up happening was was that we didn't get to see each other because I messed up. As I said, I moved on too fast. I didn't let myself heal. And what I mean by that is everything that the last person I was talking to put me through, or I went through with this person, I put on the next one. To keep it 100 with y'all, it was hard for me to trust again. It was really hard for me to trust somebody because of the relationship I was in before that. She told me, she was talking to other guys while we were talking. She would get off the phone with me to, talk to somebody else or hang out with somebody else. It was just so much. And, I'm not going to say it was an excuse, but what she said to me at the time, because she was young, was the fact that she loved the attention that she was getting. And it was like every time I would come across a guy saying that my girl at the time was beautiful or pretty or just something like that, I would, you know, I get, be jealous, insecure. And I know it's wrong to be that way because nobody likes a jealous person. Nobody likes an insecure person. But at that time, because of what I went through before that, I couldn't help myself. And I kept doing that to her. And I kept doing that to her. Until one day she just couldn't take it anymore. And this is where the karma comes in at. Because you know they say, when karma comes back on you, it comes back on you worse, if not all the time. I left the girl previous with no explanation. I just left her alone. We weren't dating anymore. I just stopped talking to her. This girl did the same exact thing to me, but she never broke up with me. Well, at least never said to me that we were done. She left without, how they say it? Every time I'm trying to think of a word, it never comes to my mind. But she left without telling me nothing. She left without telling me anything. And I remember the date so strongly. The date was September 24th, 2013. And I remember because I was like a jealous person would act like. And I didn't know I was acting like this because I don't like it. But I guess to her, I was being like a control freak. But I wasn't trying to be like that towards her. I wasn't trying to control her. And honestly, I've tried apologizing to her. To be honest, I wouldn't even put it past me if she still feels the same way towards me today. Even though I don't know what she's doing now. But I wouldn't put it past me if she still feels the same way towards me today. Even though I am a changed person. I learned from my mistakes. And yeah, that was something. And I kept texting her. Even after she stopped talking to me, I kept texting her. And what made me stop was the fact that her friend was keeping in contact with me. And her friend at the time, I don't know if they're still friends today, but her friend at the time was keeping in contact with me. And she was like, excuse me. She was like that she started talking to somebody, like as we were talking. So I know people may look at that and say, well, you shouldn't feel bad because she started talking to somebody as you were talking. But the way I acted with her, I feel like I pushed her away. Even my mother said that, when when I told her that she started talking to somebody. Even she was like, she probably talked to that person the whole time while y'all were talking. Of course, I could believe that. But I don't look at everybody as the same. So I thought to myself that I pushed her away. I pushed her away into somebody else's arms. And when she finally got back in contact with me, because she actually contacted me back after all that. It was like maybe a year later, a year and a half later, she contacted me back. And this is how I know I wasn't over her at that time. I'm over her now. I mean, I'm over her now, but at the time, this is when I knew I was not over her. And she told me that she was like, that she's in a relationship. And just hearing her say that, because she called me, it wasn't no text message, she called me. Or, no, it was a text message. I'm mistaken, my bad. It was a text message. And, you know, she called me. And, she texted me. And she said she's in a relationship. And when she said that, I just broke down crying. Like I was in tears. I was hurt all over again. But after that, I fessed up and I moved on. We even became friends again on, social media, Facebook. And for a little while, and here's when I found out that her friend was telling the truth. Because not that I was trying to spy or anything, but at the time, I happened to check up on her Facebook page, and I seen that her relationship status said that her relationship started October 1st, 2013. Mind you, I just told you that she left me alone September 24th, 2013. That's only like 5 to 6 days. 5 to 6 days. And she got back into a relationship with somebody else. I pushed her away. It was my fault. Do I regret it? Yes. Do I wish I could take it back? No. Because you know why? I wouldn't have done or met the people that I've met and done the things I've done, like go back to school. To be honest, I probably would have never went back to school if that was the case. Who's to say if I was to turn back and go back to that moment? If y'all hear anything, that's outside. Wind's blowing real hard. Pause. But she where was I at? Damn, I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, she was in a relationship. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. I don't think I would be where I'm at right now. So, I mean, it worked out for the better. And ever since then, I learned my lesson. You know, words are just words. Guys are going to say whatever they want to say. You can't stop somebody from saying what they want to say. Girls are going to do the same thing. Girls are going to say what they want to say to a guy on social media. Even if he or she is in a relationship, they don't care. If they don't care, why should I care? As long as the person I'm talking to is being loyal to me and all she wants to do is talk to me, she doesn't care about nobody else, why should I care? So that's the lesson I learned from that. And what made us stop talking again was the fact that she posted something on Facebook. Like, it was like a memory thing on Facebook. And it was a picture of her and the guy that she was with at the time. Or I don't know if they're still together. I'm not sure. I don't know. But, yeah. And the post that she made said something about her being with him for 2 years. Now, you saying you've been with somebody for 2 years, it would have meant that you was with that person since 2012, 2011, somewhere around there. And her excuse to me was, well, I didn't want to have to do it, I didn't want to have to make the post all over again. And I'm thinking to myself in my head, like, well, what's going to happen when y'all be together for 3 years, for 4 years, for 5 years? So, yeah, that's what made us stop talking again, because it made me feel like, was she lying to me the whole time? So that took me for a loop. And here's another thing I wanted to mention. She was getting upset with me for getting upset or getting jealous about guys calling her beautiful, pretty, and whatnot. But yet, the moment we became friends on Facebook again, she tells me, I don't care if you comment on my stuff, just don't use words like beautiful or pretty, because my boyfriend doesn't like that. So I said to her, okay, but I was like that and you got upset with me. You left me because I was acting like that. But somehow you're cool with him? You're okay with him being that way? And her excuse was, oh, well, I wasn't in my right mind at the time. It was just, prior to that time, it was just over a year ago. Over a year and a half, 2 years ago. You wasn't in your right mind. So, that's what the whole, seeing that post and seeing her say that they've been together for 2 years, knowing that they only been together for 1 year at that time, it just made me feel like I can't trust her. So I ended up leaving her alone. She ended up blocking me. And to this day, I haven't talked to her since. But, I don't care anymore. I done moved on. I'm a better person. I'm in a better place. I'm still I'm still doing a long distance relationship thing, but the person I'm getting to know is a person that I actually see. So it's not like I just talk to her on the phone or talk to her through video chatting or texting. We actually do spend time together. It may not be almost every month, but you know, we hanging in there. There's no rush. And I've known this girl for a long time. So I'm happy where I'm at right now. And I'm in no rush to be in a relationship. And if it's like that with her, if it still continues to be like that with her, where she's not rushing to be in a relationship either, then I'm all for it. Like, as long as I'm still interested in talking to this girl, I'm gonna still talk to her. But yeah, that's my story. That's my karma experience story that I'm giving y'all. But as far as the gaming videos, I will be dropping part 6. I will be dropping part 6 in maybe a couple days, sometime the weekend, or maybe even next week. I don't know. In the meantime, I have to make part 7 all over again, which I gotta do. I gotta play all the missions all over again just to get to that part where I left off at. Lucky I know. And I got the iMovie app on my phone because I do have an iPhone, so I can definitely edit some parts out. So, and that video, the one that I'm about to bring to y'all, the gaming video I'm about to bring to y'all next week, that's going to be an edit version. So it's not going to be a long, it's probably still going to be a long video, but it's not going to be as long. Like, some parts are edited out. Like, some rides are edited out. So be ready for that. In the meantime, wherever you are, good night, sweet dreams. Or if you're, if it's morning time, good morning, whatever. Enjoy your day, enjoy your night, stay safe, stay blessed. Always know that God loves you, God loves you, and it's the march. Sorry, I had to, I have this small remote. I love you, and thank you for the 13 people that subscribe to my channel right now. Thank you. And I hope to be still growing. And I hope to continue to want to do this, because I want to do this. I love doing this. I really love doing this. So thank you. Thank you so much. I love you, and stay blessed. Peace.